Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Team Fire Call. We are doing it on Sunday tonight because tomorrow is New Year's Eve, which is crazy. It's almost the end of 2018. I'm so excited for this next year, and I've never been more confident setting resolutions in my life for this team, and just I think that it's going to be a great year. And if you tell yourself it's going to be a great year, then it is. So tonight I wanted to talk about, and Jordan. Where's Jordan? I don't know. Jordan just got a new car today from my dad. Good choice. Anyway, so what I want to talk about tonight is a lot of, so I've been working on putting together a binder, and I'll show you. I went ham bone and okay, no, that's going to come next. First, sorry, it's going to be all over the place right now. I'm going to show you. So if you guys didn't notice, I think I added you into the groups because I would have made the group and not added you in yet, but that doesn't let me make a Facebook group unless I add someone in there. And I didn't want it to just be like one person. So I revamped the coach training and spent all of Friday afternoon and night while I was still recovering, creating Coach Basics training. And this is all the information I got, actually. Like, their Beachbody has a Coach Basics like templates and stuff to use, and so it was me kind of pining through that, a lot of copy and pasting, but I read through everything and kind of made it applicable to us, and put that in there. So I'm gonna kind of share that and kind of walk through it, because even though you guys have been coaches for a little while, I think that just with the new year and kind of refocusing and with this new goal of being elite by the end of 2019, I think it's a good idea to walk through, and this is good for any coach, to go through Coach Basics again and just make sure that you have a daily task every day and you have action steps and you know what you're doing. You're kind of reminding, like, what word am I trying to think of? Reminding yourself of those basic things that will help you have better conversations, recruit people, and make this a more manageable business, but sustainable and successful. So let me share my screen. Oops. I have to close out of those. Sorry. Okay. So it's still called, so way back when, FYF, Find Your Fire Coach University. Okay. And I'll kind of explain how this is going to work. So it's set up in units. And so before you start, and I think like the official start of Coach Basics, because that's another thing that I'm kind of up in the air, because I want to have like an official start date for Coach Basics like every month for new coaches to go through. But also, if a coach signs up like in the middle of the month, I don't want them to have to wait until the beginning of the month to like do it. So that's why I put everything in here as opposed to like starting it and then posting every day. One, it's easier on me because everything's already in there. Two, you can go at your own pace. So coaches who want to take it slower can go, as they would. And this is your coaches too. Like, this is a team-wide university, resource. So any coaches that you sign up, this is where they're going to go. And so, yeah, they can take it at their own pace. They can breeze through it. They can, like take it slower, and they can do it if they sign up like in the middle of the month. So they're not kind of like waiting around. They have something to do. It's not like it's just at the beginning of the month. So unit 1, before you start. So this is a Coach Basics guide. So before we start, or before you start this, you'll want to print this off. And so I could just kind of show you what it looks like. It just tells you everything, just how to be a good like leader in that group, and some of this stuff you probably already did or maybe did when you first started. So not all of it may be applicable to you since you have been going for months now, but you can kind of print it off and just go through it. So that's the unit 1. And then, so how it's separated is there is a phase 1, a phase 2, and an emerald. So phase 1 and phase 2 are in this. And then I have the emerald one. And I did add you guys into that because I couldn't make it without people added into it. But yeah, I'm so sorry. I don't know. Sorry, inner thoughts. But anyway, how it works basically is, so you go through phase 1, and so they're all in order. So you read like I always point to my screen as if you can see me pointing. So like there's the first post, or like I guess you go into the unit, and so like this is the welcome, and then there's always there's daily action. So daily action day 1. And then, so technically, do you know your why? That's like day 2, daily actions day 2. So like these are all in order as you go through. So this is kind of where you can take it day by day. You can do a couple days in one day, just depending on your schedule. And a lot of the daily actions are the same, but it's building consistency. That's the point. You know, we're doing a lot of the same things every day as coaches, but it's building that consistency. And as you go, like some of the stuff, like it'll say like share with the group. If it's something like share the flavor of Shakeology in your workout, that's something that can be shared like in the Wild for a Wellness group. It doesn't necessarily have to be in here, but and like share with the group the first names of at least 3 people. That can be in here, or like our Team Find Your Fire page, our coach page. So like if it's like a coach activity, you can share it like in a coaching page. If it's more of like a challenge group activity, like the daily action, then you can share that in our challenge group, or your challenge group if you have one. And then, so I tried to change the wording on these as much as I could. Sometimes I just like didn't bother because I repeated it so many times, but and you guys know this already, like there's some things where it'll say like post a picture with your Shakeology and like a benefit. Do not post a picture of the label Shakeology on there. Like I try to put in here without actually showing or using the word Shakeology. You know, you want to create curiosity. So don't use any Shakeology, any Beachbody, any name of programs. Like try and avoid using any of that. It's not because we're hiding anything, but people aren't going to ask you questions if you're just telling them the name. You're giving sales to Google when you do that. Because there's going to be people who avoid talking to you if they know the name of the program already. So I didn't change the wording in all of those, but just like know that in the back of your head. And I believe I've talked about that before. So you go through all these, and so going through phase 1, as you're going, like it has action steps of like inviting people and setting up your challenge group and stuff like that. So when coaches go through this, when you, if you go through phase 1, and at the end you ask, or like I will ask, did you help 2 or 3 customers? If your answer is yes, then you skip phase 2 and go to the emerald phase. If your answer is no, you go to phase 2. Because phase 2 is kind of like a reiteration of some things and just like kind of expands on that. So you're just getting better at the activities and like getting more consistent with them. So talking more about conversations and how to reach out to people, confidence, some personal development type things, inviting to challenge groups, social media posts. And these are beneficial for anyone, but obviously if you're like helping the first couple people, then you're kind of getting the hang of things. And so then your next focus should be going emerald after you like earn your income or earn your initial investment back. Like when new coaches do that. So, and that's how like it was designed and how Beachbody set it up. It was like, I don't know if I'll be able to find it right now, but it's kind of like an algorithm, you know? So you're going through phase 1. Did you help 2 to 3? Okay, let's skip to emerald. No. Okay, let's do phase 2. Let's get better at some of these daily activities. So these are phase 1 and phase 2. And then the emerald is separate because this is more focused. So the other one is like inviting to challenge groups and getting your first people signed up. Emerald is focused on business building. And so a lot of these are going to be, you learn how to earn an income, how to become a team builder, the coach opportunity. So like there's a presentation you can get ideas from, handling objections about coaching. So it's a lot more coaching focused, because when you're first starting off, yes, like Emerald is one of your first goals, but you need to learn how to have conversations with people and how to invite to challenge groups and get really good at that first. So once you help your first couple customers, then we can start focusing on the coaching part. So that's kind of how that's designed and why it's a separate group, because you need to nail down getting consistent with those first, and then they'll be added into this group. And then from here, I don't have it created, but like the next one would be like an Emerald to Diamond group. But I won't make that until we have consistent Emeralds popping, and then, you know, working for Diamond. But that should be happening this year, so I'm excited. Okay, so that is how the new coach training is going to work. So when you get coaches signed up, this is your resource for them, so you know that you're getting them started right. You know they have all the resources. This walks them through everything that they need to know and getting started. So I'm glad that I finally got that set up, because that's been something that, and that's another thing with like Beachbody and like all of the resources that they have, is you don't always have to be creating things. And this is a mindset that I like just need to get out of, and I've been stuck in for too long, is like I'm always trying to create things on my own, you know, like I'll take information from here and like make it my own, or create my own graphic, or create this. And that's a lot of time. And when I'm building this part-time right now, like I need to use, like, don't recreate the wheel. Use what is already created for you. Like everyone is trying to help each other, so use it. So I'm using the Coach Basics that Beachbody has given, and I put it into my own Facebook group. So just make sure that, you know, like if there's resources out, use it, and don't feel like you always need to be creating new things. Okay. So then the other thing I wanted to talk about, are you guys, I believe you are now, both in the Beachbody Champions page?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I am.
Okay. So great resource. So if you haven't watched the Elite Program training, make sure you do that so you know like what we're going for. And then I wonder, I think it's in the files. So I printed off, Beachbody created a quarter or a business plan for the entire year. So there's a PDF right here. So print this off, get this stuff in your calendar. As a business owner, you need to know when launches are, and just have an idea of when things are happening, for setting goals, and just so you can kind of create your plan. So it starts in quarter four, so you can skip these because obviously we're past that. But it gives like important dates. And I was looking through this and I'm like super excited, because some of them it's like, there's a, all it says is top secret consumable launch. So like there's a new nutrition product coming out. I think that's in here, April. Top secret consumable launch. So like in March, you know, like just like keeping that on your radar, looking for when they announce that. Here, I'll just go to January. So it gives you action items. So Coach Basics group, new and existing coaches, going through it and just like, you know, brushing up on everything. Team Cup readiness. So in February is Team Cup. And I'm not going to explain that right now, but basically it's a team effort to just like, it's just a push, you know, in February. And so it gives action items every month, watch for, so things to watch for. It's like examples it gives is like, and this is for coaches and customers. So things to watch for as a coach on your team is like spring break distractions, or, you know, lots of holidays in this, or things like that. And it lists the holidays. So just knowing when those are and playing on those with your challenge groups and gearing posts around those. So knowing when these launches are, knowing when promos are, is really, really important. And it literally gives them for the entire year. Obviously, this is going to, like, it's subject to change, but it gives you a really good outline for the entire year. But like they can't announce all launches. So obviously, some of them are going to change. So it goes to September. Okay, top secret fitness program. So there's top secret fitness program coming out. So yeah, so print this off. This is going to be amazing information, and get these in your calendars. And then another thing that I did that I recommend if you haven't done this already is I went into the coach office and printed off. I mean, I'm just like a paper person, especially when there's so many documents. Like, instead of, if someone asks me a question, or instead of trying to pine through and going back into the coach office all the time, I've just printed a bunch of stuff off. And so I have this binder, and okay, so I have all of these Post-its, and I like marked everything. They're not in the perfect order, but get like a binder, or if you don't already have something of organization, and print off the stuff that you want to have. And so I have like, there's a lot back there, like in the coach office, and like the team training and the business training. There's so many documents and PDFs to print off that give you, there's like a coach follow-up tracker. There's creating a monthly marketing plan, 4 vital behaviors, attracting people to your business. And then there's these trackers. So if I go back to the champions page, so in the champions page here, in the files, there's team builder tracker, team leader tracker, and elite and premier goal guide. So this is a PDF. So like team builder, which I think that would be what all of you are working for. So this is a tracker, and you can track every month, and it may look like overwhelming right now looking at it, but back in the champions page, he did a video. Let's see, who was it? Kevin Shaw, I believe, did all of them. Okay, so he created a unit right here, and he did a tracker training. So you will want to print off your team builder tracker and watch the team builder tracker training, so you know how to fill it out, you know what you're looking for, yeah, so you know how to use that, because obviously we know that tracking is the best way to know how we're progressing. So that will be our kind of first like new implementation thing we're going into the new year, and going for elite, is to really get serious about knowing that tracker and hitting team builder, and then going for team leader, because elite is all about just like coach it, just the benchmark, you know, just like one benchmark at a time. So not even thinking about the big ultimate goal right now. It's you setting your goal of where you want to be in your business, hitting it, and then going on to the next one. And as a result, we're all going to grow as a team. Let's see what else. So then what I printed off all the guides. They had like a Shakeology guide, a Shakeology boost guide, 3-day refresh, ultimate reset, like all of this stuff, because you don't need to have all this information memorized, but you need to be able to answer questions that people ask. And as an owner of a business that distributes, like that you sell these products, you should know about them. So just educating yourself as much as you can on the compensation plan. There's a document about that. If you still feel fuzzy about that, like watching videos, watching trainings about that, just really dive into the coach office, the training section, and print off a lot of information is basically what I did. And no, I'm not going to read it like front to back, but just to have as a resource for you. And then as you start getting coaches signed up, like there's a document that says how to get coaches started right. So it just gives you kind of like checklists of what to be checking in with them, making sure they got their, making sure they're filling out their first 30 action plan, like their first 30 hours, first 30 days, knowing what those things are, things like that. So just really getting serious about educating yourself as a coach and going and finding the information that you need. And then if you can't find it, then reaching out to your upline, me, to help you. But taking initiative, because there's so much more back there than I even knew. and I knew about some of those documents because I had them from when I first started, but I didn't exactly know how to find them. So okay, I'm gonna go to the coach office real quick. Does anyone have any questions right now? Nope. Why is this like? Okay. So as far as what we're inviting to, so Abby, I'm glad that you are going to get your Transform 20 because that it will be, I mean, like it's really important to be, sorry, I can't type and think and talk at the same time. To capitalize on launches from the company because it's going to get people interested and it just builds excitement. And there's always deals going on around those challenge packs. So that'll be what we're inviting to. So what I'm saying is that the deadline is the 9th for people to sign up. That way they have a week to get their materials. This is one where it's like pretty important to have your materials. Yes, you can do it without this step, but like having the tracker, having the calendar, it just makes it a whole lot better. And then you'll get invited to the coach test group as well when you buy your package. So make sure you get in that. So here is team development. Actually, I think most of the stuff you'll want is business training. So if you want to learn more about what a team builder is, like what that looks like, it just gives you very tangible, is that the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Defined goals. So business start, and maybe actually you guys are going for business starter to start because you're both coaches, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So hitting Success Club 5, that gets you business starter. So basically your goal right now is get to Success Club, get consistency with your Success Club numbers, and then Team Builder will be your next. And so that is getting to Emerald. So Success Club 5, Emerald. So this just gives you an outline of what it looks like. And so, find where you're at, what your goal is right now, and then, look at what's required. All that's required is Success Club 5. And I know you guys can do that. So new year, January, make it happen. And then once you get to Success Club 5, within the same month, okay, look at Team Builder and what's next? Okay, I need to get to Emerald and PS coaches, 2 PS coaches with Success Club points. So Emerald, you have 2 coaches. Get them Success Club points. Not even in Success Club. I think it's just Success Club points. So all that's there if you want to learn more about that, which you should, just knowing those benchmarks. And then where did I write? So did you guys watch the training in Set Your Soul on Fire? The Ketchen Graves, she did an elite training walkthrough. You guys, I think I tagged you in it. Did you guys watch that yet?
I don't know.
Don't know.
Well, there's so many trainings. Basically, she broke it down because in the elite training, in the Beachbody Champions, it might get a little confusing or abstract. And she gave, and basically it's, hold up. Okay. So to get to team builder and team leader and things like that, there's different parts to it. There's Success Club, there's leadership points. And so she kind of broke down, in order to get to elite by the end of the year, what that looks like. So a monthly goal. And a lot of it will be like team volume points that like I'll be keeping track of, but all of your points contribute to that. And so your goal is just to work through getting to Success Club and working through this leadership ladder. So I want that, when you're setting your monthly goals for coaching and your business, write this stuff down. Like write down, I'm hitting Success Club, or I'm getting to Team Builder by the end of the month, which is totally possible. So yeah, I won't even go into the other information. I think that is a good enough focus for the team in general to start off, because we just need to build more consistency with Success Club points and getting more emeralds on the team, as well as expanding our team. So finding more coaches, finding our coaches. Okay. So there's that. And then are you guys doing the mindset reset?
Yeah.
I downloaded it today. I just haven't had a chance to look at it yet.
Cool. I love Mel Robbins. So she sends you a video every day and an email every day and kind of guides you through the guide. And I'm kind of interested how it works after that, because the guide is only like a couple pages and you reflect on 2018 and then set goals for 2019. But then that's the end of the guide. So I wonder if you need like a journal for the rest of it, or it's just videos listening to. I'm sure like it'll be a lot of note taking or something, just to get all the nuggets that she gets. But that is going to be, I'm excited for that. And then I'm going to do the 50-day confidence challenge. I don't know if you saw one of our challengers, Kate, posted that. Mel Robbins came up with it, or like it was in her back office. And I'm going to start tomorrow. And day one is take a cold shower. So that's fun. So that's just another fun little thing just to challenge you guys as coaches, not in a business way, but if you're looking for a way to like something else, some other plan to follow that's kind of related to getting outside your comfort zone and things like that. So I'm just looking through what some of this other stuff is. Set a timer for 15 minutes and organize your room or workspace. Oh God. I don't know if I can do that in 15 minutes. Says me now, but come day 18, I think it was, I will. Oh, gee. Yeah, so that's super fun too. Okay. What else do I think I basically just kind of like wanted to share, the Instagram tracker. So what I printed off, and again, this is one of those things that I was going to recreate it and have our team name on it, but I never got around to it. And so I just said, F it, and I'm going to keep it with her team name on it. So in the files of Team Set Your Soul on Fire, and I'll download it and probably put it in ours too, but there is an Instagram tracker that I'm going to start using. How far away? I think it was in here. Here's Soul Unleashed PDF. That's her team name. She's it's Courtney Burton, if you follow her. She is on Team Set.
I think I downloaded these.
Oh, did you? Maybe I.
Yeah, I think I.
So I have one posted right up there for a week of 12/31, and I'm going to be using these to track because I've been bad at the whole followers thing, like expanding my network. And so just some basic, checkbox, or like writing down how many invites you sent, lives changed this week, new coaches this week, just a really easy tracker and fun because, we are building on Instagram, and using your follower or expanding your network is important. But remember, it's not all about the expansion of the network. It's connecting with your current network. So expand, but also interact, and make sure you're like setting aside time to interact with your current following, as opposed to all of your Instagram time being dedicated to finding more followers. So I downloaded a bunch of those. Those are in my binder as well. I am just I'm just excited to get a lot more discipline about my business and helping my new coaches and current coaches. And so having all the information at hand and, implementing this Coach Basics and just having a system that is duplicatable. And I think that's been my biggest problem and why, our team isn't maybe growing as fast as we would like. I think it's because I just haven't had a duplicatable system that is easy for you guys to follow and then for your new coaches to follow. But I believe we are on the right track with having this Facebook group of Coach Basics. Just has a place for everyone to start, get basic information so we don't forget anything because it's directly from the company, and then answering questions from there. So that's that. Okay, we only have 2.5 minutes left. Wow. That went fast. So do you guys have any questions about things coming up or anything to say? So I think from here, it's just getting really disciplined and tracking and making sure that you are on your social media every day, but not make sure that you are talking about multiple aspects of your life, and sharing your life and who you are on your social media and not just all about health and fitness, because that's how I've connected with some of the best challengers was not about that, about health and fitness. So yeah, that is an overview of the group. And so I encourage you guys to let me know when you're going to kind of go through the Coach Basics group, because I encourage everyone to, even if you've been a coach for a while, and print off that guide first and make sure you kind of know what you're doing. And let me know when you're going to start going through it and go through at your own pace. If you're on break, maybe you can go a little bit faster and get more of it done before you start school again. So let me know if you guys have any questions. It's going to cut me off, so let me snap a picture real quick. You guys can see if you want to. Oh, don't go away. Okay. Get away. Okay, there we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you guys so much for getting on and doing back-to-back. Have a good rest of your Sunday night, and I will talk to you guys this week. We'll stay in touch. Have a good new year. Bye, guys.
You too.
You
Bye.
too.
Thank you.